Annyeonghaseyo. Hi everyone, this is Ariel, one half of Soju for Two, and this is sort of a yearly wrap-up of Korean dramas. Please check out our top 10 of Korean, Taiwanese, and Japanese dramas that we're going to make together. But this one is just sort of me talking about the top 20 dramas that, excuse me, I'm losing my voice, that we watched this year. So I'm going to start with my least favorites and move my way up. Just remember that I know you guys may disagree with me, and that's totally okay, but these are just the dramas that I like the least up to the ones I like the best, and I'll give you a few reasons why. So the first drama, which is really my least favorite drama of the whole bunch, is Like a Fairytale. From the start, it's Like a Fairytale, I think I rated it a 7.5 when I rated it. And I thought it was a cute, interesting plot, but it was definitely not my favorite drama of the year. But there was some interesting points that were definitely different than other dramas that we've seen before. So I rated it a 7.5. Go check it out. Number 2 on the list is Jang Ok Jung, which had Kim Tae-hee, and I had lots of expectations for this drama. I really thought that it was going to be great, and in the end, I kind of didn't like her, the character, and I think the acting wasn't great, so not my favorite drama. There were a few good moments in the beginning, but in the end, I didn't think she really pulled it off, so not my favorite. Number 3, we have Good Doctor. And I know this is low on my list, and a lot of people really liked it, and I started liking it too because I really liked Ju-won, but in the end, I just felt like there was something missing from the plot, or I didn't think I connected enough with him as a character. It did raise awareness because a lot of dramas don't talk about, disabilities, but I think there was something about it that I didn't love, so not my favorite Ju-won drama of the year. Number 4 on the list, we have 2 Weeks. And this one I was also really expecting. The first couple episodes I thought were really good, and then like halfway through I was like, I don't even care what happens. So it was kind of like Ghost from the year before, where I just like didn't even want to know. I watched all of it. I mean, it was kind of suspenseful at parts, but not my favorite. Number 5, Can We Get Married? And I think this one was like a cute drama, and there was like, I felt like it had unnecessary misunderstandings, which is why it was not my favorite. But there were a couple moments and I was like, oh, this is really cute. There's some realistic things that happened in it. It felt like real relationships, but not my favorite. Number 6, Level 7, Silver Servant, which I actually did enjoy, but there's just so many things on this list that I can't even, trying to rate them was difficult. But this again was Ju-won. I liked him better in this. I thought this was plucky, and the female lead was really entertaining, and I wanted to know about her, and I wanted to relate to her. So I think this one was definitely more relatable for me, even though clearly I'm not a spy. Or am I? Number 7, After School, Luck or Not. This is a drama we just watched, and we'll put a review up very soon of it. And this is making the list, and I wish it was a little bit higher. I wish I could make it higher, but there's so many other dramas. This was a very short, 15-minute per episode, 12-episode drama. It was a debut for the band Surprise, and we loved this. It was kind of like a Japanese drama. There was a lot of like really bawdy humor, like a lot of gag jokes, but it had a heart to it. I was sort of crying at one episode, which for a 15-minute drama to be that emotional at the end is really, really difficult. It was cute, it was funny, and I think it was one of those things where these guys who are this new boy band, like, I don't even need to listen to their music. I'll buy their album just because they were so funny and so good in this drama, and it was just it poked fun in a lot of other dramas, really cute, so I totally recommend checking this out. This is our number 7. Okay, number 8, Nail Shop Paris. Break me. And this one was actually really cute. This one is one of those dramas where I think if I'm just like want to pick me up, I would go back to it. But it's interesting. It was like a supernatural. It had like nail salon, which was interesting. It had a gumyo. It had a little bit of everything. It was definitely cute. The boys were really cute. I was in love with Kai. Still in love with him. So I think there was definitely cute moments to this, but there's just so many good ones on this list that it couldn't stay in the top 10. Number 9 on the list, we have BelAmi. If I don't close the space. And poor Bel Ami. This is Jang Ok Jung, and I just rated this, and I really wanted to give this a high rating. There was just too much going on in the plot, so I couldn't love it, and I'm sad I couldn't love it. But I think that like there were a few cute moments in the beginning. It was really funny, and Jung Ok Jung was really good in the beginning, and then by the end they kind of lost it. And even the kiss at the end was so pitiful. So Jung Ok Jung, your next drama, I'm waiting for this good one. Number 10, Heirs. I know, and it's so low. Everyone's gonna hate me for this, but I mean, for casting, this drama gets a 20 out of 10. Really, really good cast, but cast can only do so much, and I feel like there was just no spark. And the sparks that were there were definitely Young Do's character. He was really, really good, and they didn't emphasize him enough because you have Lee Min-ho, and I feel like they really should have, because he was clearly the standout in this drama. And while we love Lee Min-ho, I will love him forever, I think this was not his best acting, so poor Heirs. Okay, number 11, we have Monstar. And this one was, I think, a really cute, fun TVN drama. It was sort of an idol drama, but honestly, I think it had some great moments. The guy from Beast, I can't remember his name, but he was like kind of lovable, and there was something really vulnerable about him that you kind of like, at first he was totally a jerk, and then you just kind of came around to him and you really, really liked him, and he was very innocent. So there was something really cute and fresh about this drama. So Monstar, I recommend. At number 12, we have I Can Hear You. And this one I really liked, and this is only lower because, again, there's so many good dramas this year, but I think this was one of those dramas that had an interesting idea, this whole idea that he could hear her voice, that he could read people's thoughts. There were a few plot holes, but honestly, the love story was kind of there from the beginning, and even though there was this age gap, and you're kind of like, he's young, still you can get over that, and there was something really, really just honest about this love story, and it felt very realistic even though it had a crazy plot line. So I really enjoyed that drama. Number 13, we have Flower Boy Next Door. And this was the continuation of the Flower Boy series, and I liked this drama a lot. I liked this much better than Heirs because I feel like there was something about the love story that felt, I don't know, more realistic, and also it was more developed better. And a lot of people didn't like this drama compared to the other Flower Boys, and I guess I agree with that. I like the other Flower Boys better, but there was something about this drama that I thought was special, and compared to Heirs, I think the story was much better. Plus the English was better that was in it. 14, we have School 2013, Hakyo. And again, we had the bromance, epic bromance here, which I think was really compelling, and you kind of wanted to see what was going to happen. And again, we have Ubin, and Ubin is just like, every time he's in a drama, you're just so intense, and it's those eyes. But it's really, really cute, and it's like a continuation of the Hakyo series. If you've seen some of the old Hakyo, I know Gong Yoo was in one. It's just one of those things where it talks about being young, it shows the experience of Korean schools, so I think that is really good for people to see. Shows the dark side, and I think so it feels like something that kids can relate to. They can relate to that kind of thing, even if you don't have Ubin in your class. The next one, 15, we have Who Are You? I'll grow alone. And this one I really, really liked. And we have some really good actors. Taekyeon was in this. We have the love of my life was in this. So I think there's a lot of, this was a good storyline. It was interesting. I know I totally called it from like the first episode what was happening. But for a ghost drama, for somebody who could talk to ghosts, there was, oddly, it wasn't that far of a stretch. And you could really relate to her, and you could see her vulnerability and that sort of past love that was going on there, and I don't know, totally loved it. And I think that Kim Jae-hyuk was really good in this, even though he's a ghost and he has like no lines. There were moments when, I felt like crying just because of his character, so that's really good acting. If you're not even talking, you can make me cry. He did a good job. Number 16, we have Marry Him If You Dare. It's the hardest. And this is one of those dramas that really kept me on the edge of my seat. Even though it wasn't super action-packed, I really liked it, and I felt like the love triangle was really interesting, and I really liked the guy who played Shim, the leader, the anchor. I think he was kind of lovable in a really jerk kind of way, but the whole time I was rooting for him. And the end is ambiguous, and I think a lot of people disliked that, but I liked that. I felt like that's more realistic. You know, life isn't always that predictable, and it's not really about who she ends up with. It's about like the journey that she went on, the change she made. So I really liked that one a lot. Number 17, we're almost finished. We have Goo Family Book. And I thought this one was so cute and really underrated. And I thought Susie was great in this. The kiss was awesome. And there were just a lot of like, cute moments, but also sort of intense. Again, we have a Gumyo. The first 2 episodes with Choi Jun-hook, oh my god, was great. So I think there were some moments in this when I was just like really captivated, even though it's historical fantasy, still really, really approachable. So if you want to watch historical drama, totally this one's my top pick. Number 18, we have 20-Year-Olds, which was a tiny little drama. It's short episodes, like 4 episodes, but I loved it. And my sister and I loved it. And this beats out major dramas, and I think it does for us because it felt really honest. There was, I feel like, a very true sort of love story to this, an innocent sort of love story that was just very fresh. And there were funny things, and it was really relatable. So watch it. It was a tiny little drama, 20-Year-Olds. We loved it. And 19, surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly, Reply 1994. This series is really powerful, and I think people can relate to them. If you're around here in that time period, I think as a foreigner, I can relate to that idea of being sort of a foreigner in Seoul, even though they're from Busan. And there's that young love thing that happens. I was disappointed in the ending. I wanted her to end up with Chilbong, but still, I think just a great drama. And check out Reply 1997 if you haven't seen that yet. And number 20, and our number 1 pick, basically, is I Miss You. Daybreak, break me. Now, I know this one started in 2012, and I'm making an exception for it because it ended in 2013, and we loved this drama so much. Marsh, she'll tell you this is her favorite drama, and I think she was really right. This drama really, the entire time, I was sort of on the edge of my seat. I loved Yu Chun in this, and I think the sort of the way that the 3 dynamic was working here, the love triangle here, was really powerful. And Harry's character, you could feel like his frustration and his desperation, and there was something really, really different about this drama, and something, even though it's a melodrama, there was crazy stuff happening, it was still a great storyline, and I kind of felt like the whole time I just wanted to know what was going to happen, and, we were invested in those characters. So these are my top 20 dramas. I know there's a bunch of dramas that people have seen and that we didn't watch, like Master Sun, and there's a ton of other dramas that we didn't pick this year, and I know I'll watch them in the future, and I'll try to review them for you guys. And a couple other ongoing dramas I want to mention that should definitely be in here, but they don't end in 2013. So the one that I know my sister would put at the top of the list if she could is My Love from Another Star, with Kim Soo-hyun drama, and I love it. It's great. Completely captivated by it, but it doesn't end now, so I think next year it might be at the top of the list. Prime Minister and I, which is going on right now, which I really enjoy, and I feel like it's a very very different plot, and it's not really like one of our idol dramas. And then Passionate Love, which is a long soap drama that I'm actually really enjoying. It's kind of my guilty pleasure at the moment. So that's our list for 2013. I hope you liked most of them. You probably don't agree with me on the ordering of them. You can argue with me all you want, but those are the dramas that I watched this year. I watched a few other dramas, but I can only pick 20, so that's the top 20, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and check out our best top 10 dramas of the year video that we're going to make together, and we'll post it soon. Bye, guys!